So I think technology is now working. I hope. I hope some of the guys on the YouTube chat will will tell us if we are good on sound. Sky, Ariane, hello, mentor Josh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great. It's nice to be here.
Are you
It's
great?
a
You're
lovely.
you're having your lovely Google shirt, brand new.
Yeah, I am. This one is from Mountain View, so that makes it special.
Okay, perfect. How is our new status mentor Vedan?
Hello. Hi. How are you guys? Which status are we talking
You're in
about?
a new state of the materia because you are just starting a job or not.
Oh, yes. It's really good. I would say the new experience has been really good. It's my first time, so
Yeah, for the reason I say it's a new status of the material for you.
and by the way, Liquid Galaxy has helped me a lot. Especially mentor. Yeah, she was my mentor when I was a contributor, and now that knowledge is being so helpful. Now my colleagues are praising me for my UX knowledge, all because of it.
Oh, what a very nice and polite words. Judge Hart is just doing
Yeah,
that.
I felt it here. Thank you
Beating.
so much.
Mentor Alfredo, how are you today?
Good. Getting dark here in Netherlands, but yeah.
Well, it's getting dark almost everywhere. In India, I understand it's light. It's light. What time is now in India, Vedan? Or
It's
yeah?
now around 9:30 in India.
9:30. So you're still happy because you're already 5. What else? 5 p.m.
Yeah, almost 5 p.m.
Almost 5
But
p.m.
yeah.
So here it's just, well, here we have still sun. Not too much. Well, sun. In Lleida, in the autumn, we have something very very typical. That is the fog, and we don't see anything. Sometimes you don't see even the other side of the street. So today we have not too much, not as even as hard fog, but today we have fog. You don't see more than a kilometer away. So let's start this thing. I see some other people is in starting to say hello on the chat. Michael, Shivar, Davanish. Hello, guys. So as you know, this is the very first meeting we have for these autumn communities and also for the near future on the Liquid Galaxy. I hope most of you are here, but if not, you will be seeing this presentation later in YouTube. And I appreciate time from Mentor Jazz, Vedan, and Alfredo to stay here with us just to comment the thing. And with no more delay, let's gonna start to the thing. Let me try to change the slide. Okay, this is the agenda for today. We are going to talk about some comments about what happened in GSoC 2024. That is, it was the last large event we held in the community. Also, we are going to explain this news for the roadmap on I will say the technology for Liquid Galaxy project for starting now this year and the upcoming month starting 2025, and we'll see if we have this for the future, and then we will have a question, a short or not short session with you all about whatever questions you have. That we will be having the questions in YouTube chat. It's a mess. Sometimes we did this on Discord, then we have the delay of the YouTube, so it's better to have it on YouTube, and this is it. I have a YouTube open here with another laptop, and so I take again to work. I will say an old laptop, but take a look at this. This is something like if there's no laptop at all.
Yeah.
And it's a as you can see, it's a googly one. I was not using. It's a Chromebook. I was not using it for. Thank you, Sky, for your words for time, and it's a very nice computer. So let's gonna go into the material. Things that happens on the 2024, we call them recurrent issues. We have plenty of communications with the community before long many months before GSoC starts. We advise always with something, but people continue to do the same problems, do the same errors, I would say. Very bad KMLs. Last year, we have a session with Mentor Josh in California, and still, believe me, I have what I'm gonna show.
The list of viewers.
No. I still have the napkins, California
okay.
napkins, where
Time
we
sheets for us.
where we paint the future of the liquid. I'm gonna doing this because I don't want you to see it, because there are knives inside. But we paint the future of the liquid galaxy and also the problem we have this year, and there are also persons and also the timeline. So still, I have the 3 big napkins where we wrote the future, and we have a session went in every of the projects this year we have. And I don't remember exactly, Josh, maybe you remember. I think there were only 2 of the 12 projects we have. 10 of them have to have KML output. Only there were 2 that we were happy with the KMLs.
Yeah, there were 2 that we were happy with some nice or decent KMLs.
We are not gonna say names because we don't want to put on the names of the contributors that they did a bad work. I will try not as good work, but one thing is clear: this year this is no longer going to happen because we are going to make some changes that will make this impossible. Let's gonna go through these changes. Remember, we're a Google project in the sense that we work with Google Earth. The project, the Liquid Galaxy project, was originally created by Google, so we have I would say we're a Googly project, so we have to be attached to the Googly thing. Then we have the bad logos again and again and again. People were sending bad logos to us with bad size, with everything. That's crazy. Very bad settings pages. The page where the Liquid Galaxy, you have to put the different basic commands or so on, what we call settings page. And also there were too much of the projects that didn't have the one thing that makes our application shine, that is the syncing between the tablet where we do the user interface and the Liquid Galaxy. I'm talking about the maps. When you move the map on the Liquid Galaxy on the tablet, it moves on the Liquid Galaxy, and it's one of the points that you get the power of the system. And again, there were too many projects that this year do not achieve this, or did it well. So in red, I'm saying that we are lose too much time on these basic things, and we are not gonna go this way this year. We are gonna make some changes. Let me continue. Okay, we have a very, very, very big problem this year, and it was a very sad one. Google canceled our Play Store account with 50, not 5, not 2, not 12, not 50 applications developed during years. This was because several reasons. I'm not gonna go deep now, but there were some contributors that their code was not okay. Google was not okay about the code. At some point, they become Google reviewers, I will say, angry about the thing. We still try to continue to publish their applications, and suddenly they say, okay, you are not doing it in a right way, and then we are going to cancel your account. And they cancel our account. And this was a very bad situation because suddenly the work we have done for years was not published on the Play Store. And this is sad for us, sad for you, sad the community. So also, when we were with Mentor Josh in a meeting in California, we held on conference session with other communities. I think, Josh, we were something like 10 persons in the room. And we were sharing the same situation. The situation is that open source projects are not the place to go to the Play Store, because Play Store has several policies that make us difficult to stay here. It didn't happen in the past, but suddenly it happened. So the 10 people that were on the same room shared exactly the same problems, but the only difference was that they have five applications, we have 50. Totally crazy. So we try to use our contacts at Google. We try to comment it with many persons, and we didn't have return. And as we have this interchange with our colleagues from the other mentors and administrators from the other open source communities, we decide to go to the open source way. I'm going to say about this in the next slide. Another problem that we have is that it was about the Liquid Galaxy AI server. Liquid Galaxy AI server is a thing we developed something like 3 years ago. The idea when the artificial intelligence technology started to shine, of course, we want always to add the latest thing to the Liquid Galaxy, and we implemented it. You, Vedan, did your project implementing the Bark open source code in the Liquid Galaxy. Maybe you can remember us. It was not an easy task to do that.
More or less, it was more fun. So even if it was hard, it was fun, and there was
Fun.
a lot of learning.
You get a lot of learning, but the thing is that for you was fun. That's good. A lot of learning. The purpose of GSoC is to learn, but you didn't have what's this one? I only have one. The thing was that one side is the contributors developing their applications at home, then sending the applications to us, to the Liquid Galaxy Lab, main Liquid Galaxy Lab, just to try the applications. And this is something, it's not working. Last year, I'm not going to say, but the problem with the Play Store was about this, about some artificial intelligence applications that run on the server. Google was not happy. I mean, it was a pain. So also, usually when you are maybe on your last degree of last year of your degree, or usually you have not tried to match this kind of technologies, working with containers, doing some external APIs for your own project, so it was a little bit difficult. So as this is also was a pain, we have decided to make some changes. I think let's gonna start by the material. This is the changes we are gonna have this year. First thing is that, and you mentors can interrupt me wherever you want, we are gonna go the open source way. I mean, we're gonna have a new section in the liquidgalaxy.eu site that is being developed by Jazz with all our other applications. Could you please talk about a bit about this, Jazz?
Yeah, so this is something like a web store. So the Liquid Galaxy web store that will have all the 58 applications that we have so far with all the details. It will have a similar UI or interface like we had in the Play Store with all the information. Just that it is our own website that will have it, and it will be very easy to download and get everything at a single place. So yeah.
So we are gonna do our own web store, and it will be made by, it's already been made by Mentor Jazz. We appreciate the time he's taking on this. And then next to this, what we are gonna do is do the open source way. Is just you will still will be publishing your applications in our GitHub, that is managed by Mentor Vedan, and whatever person. We are developers, we go to internet, we get the code, we review the code, or we are happy with the code, we compile the code maybe, or we interpret the code, and this is it. So we are gonna have everything on GitHub, Liquid Galaxy Lab GitHub, and then also in the website, liquidgalaxy.eu, we will have the applications ready for download as APKs, of course, under reciprocation as all the open source applications are. Is that right, Vedan?
Yes, it is.
You do that in your brand new job? You scratch
yes,
the
I
web
do that.
to GitHub.
I love it. Yes, and by the way, for the new contributors, you learn a lot because we like to keep our GitHub very clean. So you learn a lot about how to keep your projects really, really clean and how to manage them.
Very good. So let's go on to the next slide. And at the end, as I say, guys, we are going to have a Q&A section. I'm trying to go a little bit fast. So also student only, we are thinking about to use other app stores, something like F-Droid or GSoC, as these ones. But there's only one thing we are thinking about. What we are going to go is GitHub and our own web store in the Liquid Galaxy EU. And I say in the last phrase, experience on this will be appreciated. If any of your contributors have had previous experience publishing your application on F-Droid or any other store of the internet, please contact us by DM on Discord, and we can talk about this. But this is only a possibility. Change number 2. We are getting rid of the artificial intelligence server. Oh, no more artificial intelligence in the Liquid Galaxy. This is a tragedy. I have to have a sound here and put the music of VG's tragedy, etc. So when we started to do this thing of the artificial intelligence local AI server, we know that this technology was evolving at super fast speed. We have seen changes continuously. So we decide also, and it's here, it's noted here in the napkins, Silicon Valley napkins, that we are going to go to the standard packages, and we will run against the standard APIs. So we are no longer to use local models, except with a few exceptions that has to be really proven by the contributor and their mentor that those are feasible. Okay. We have been, for example, analyzing, I don't know if in the next slide we have been analyzing a new platform that I will say is new, but it's not new, it's old one. We have at the laboratories where the Liquid Galaxy Lab, we have some Raspberry Pi 5s that with a NPU circuit on top that run something like 17 tops. Those are pretty cheap. They are something like less than $200, and for this you get a nice platform where you can run Linux and run in a fast way some open source applications. But from the beginning, we are no longer using our local artificial intelligence server. We are going to go using the standard API packages. And Alfredo, you help me on this if you can. I put this package because this was one of the first we started to use. Is that right, Alfredo?
Yeah, this is the official one.
I imagine
the most easy one to use the.
I imagine they are on the 0.6 or 0.7, no?
Yeah, more or less. No, I think they are still on the 0.4.
Whatever, okay.
5 or 6.
So, I mean, this snapshot is from a year ago. So, I imagine the package will be more updated, but we're going to go, and this is a Dart package, because Alfredo is our Google Developer Expert mentor on Dart next to Victor. And we are still going to be attached to the standard packages for the coding of the AI things. Next change. Web. This is a big change, no? Yeah. This is a big change, and also it's a change that we are still, I will say, debating a bit on the mentor community, debating a bit. Could you please explain this slide, Josh?
Yeah, I would be explaining this. And the thing is that we are still looking forward to making a whole new web stack, which could be something like using some vanilla code, HTML, CSS, vanilla JS, and using or having something like an LG server that can send those SSH requests by using those bash commands by help of an SSH2 plugin that we have through NPM packages. And we are still, I would say, debating on it, whether we will have this 50% Flutter Dart, 50% web thing. But yeah, I'm very sure with the version that I have, the POC that I have made, that it will be soon a possibility.
So we are still deciding which will be our final platform. Do you want to talk? No?
Yeah, I just want to say there is another slide for it, so I'll be just going back.
Sure.
Yeah.
But do you want to change?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a spoiler. Let's go for this one. Let's go for this one.
Let's just discuss this thing that from all the years we have been doing the applications made on a tablet, which was a 10-inch tablet screen. But we do see it as something that many of us have to use something like an emulator, or many of us have to buy a real 10-inch tablet to get the experience. Sometimes
but the first thing you have to explain on this slide is this thing.
Yeah, so that's a particular game where you actually draw a character called the Hanging Man, and you have to guess the letters out. So we were playing it, and yeah, I want to say, if you have a stunning idea, do not have anything around, you can just get a napkin and just write it on it. So that was something that happened to us. It is just a eureka effect that happened to us on the trip to California.
Continue explaining. Continue.
Yeah. So now we are switching to from a 10-inch Android tablet on the landscape mode towards a smartphone, which is typically 6 inches, something like that, 6.3 inches, and we are targeting on a vertical base. So there would be a lot of change in the user experience. There will be a lot of change in the UI, and that is what we are targeting. Let's hope to make the best UI in the phone layouts too, the way we have been doing in the Android tablets.
As in the edge size, so contributors will not have to any longer to use the tablet emulator. This was also a mess. Every contributor has to work with this on the physical tablet, but instead they will be using the regular Android phone. So they will have not to send us an application that does not fit right on the phone, because they will be using their phone only with a few percentage of inches, the 6 point whatever, 6x. So, and also another question is that we are going to be targeting not the latest Android. It happens that we target for putting the applications on the Play Store. We have our ways to be targeting almost the latest APK release. But we're going to target something like 2 years old, because I imagine that not everyone has the latest Android migrated. We are on Android 15, I think. Alfredo, are we on 15 now?
Yeah, the 15 is the last one.
So
stable.
Not everyone will have an Android phone with 15, but they will have with 14, with 13, even maybe with 12. So we're going to target a couple of releases of APK levels before. And what else? We're going to change the way the configuration of the Liquid Galaxy works. As I said before, lots of students get wrong the settings page. And instead of the settings page, to make it a little bit simpler, what we are going to use is a QR code. Every application will have a QR code generation section that will simply read from the Liquid Galaxy the parameters. We're going to make it a standard of this. We will communicate it later. So all the parameters will be something like in a very simple. Alfredo, you're becoming darker and darker. It's a little bit spooky.
Yeah, I have to turn on the light. I will do it.
No problem. So we will make it a standard, something like an XML file with exactly the same settings for everybody, and then we will have a QR generator for this, and then in every Liquid Galaxy we have, or maybe people that adopt technology around the world, they will create the QR. They will stick the QR on the front of the Liquid Galaxy. Once somebody wants to use it, just they will put the settings with the QR code, instead of having to put the IP address and all the other stuff, the ports and the whatever, passwords and so on. The other tools like the reset or whatever we have will still go to the Liquid Galaxy tools screen. So this is another change. So I will say that we'll have those new objectives: simplicity, less screen, simpler UX, new and useful, and even we are thinking on create some standardization. And when I say thinking, I think some of the more focus on design contributors that we have are starting to say, I want to do that. It's hard, but maybe we have some kind of guidelines to make the interfaces. But what I'm pretty sure is that Mentor Josh will be pretty hard looking around.
Yeah. I would say I will be peeking on each and every proposal that you are giving me, because we will be taking care what Figma designs or whatever tool you use, Sketch or something like that, to make the designs for the UX of the application, as well as whatever KMLs you are going to bring in with some proof of concept that, you can make those KMLs. So very nice KMLs on the Google Earth are often required, and the user experience should be, I would say, very accessible. If it is not accessible, it will be neither radical nor revolutionary. So you would want to have something like accessible, good screens with as less amount of disturbance or distractions as possible, and very nice, simple KISS application.
Yeah. Next to this, again, we're going to have beautiful cables. And when I say beautiful, is that we will not allow any project that will not send us, I will be repeating this later, sending us a perfect proposal with very detailed KMLs next to the user interface, and also, of course, later running on the Liquid Galaxy. And for this, we have the world famous Volcano Track application from MentorJazz, that in every of our streamings appear this application. Very nice KMLs. And also last year, this means last GSoC this year, Rafaida's contributor from Egypt did a very good work, net with his mentor Oscar, and was nice to see that what they jointly created. And so we are not going to be accepting plain and boring KMLs. We have to be back to our roots and be focused 100% on the KMLs. This will be the first thing we take a look at it. And then also, of course, the user interface that will be simpler. So, please, Josh.
This is the initiative that I am leading. It is called the Liquid Galaxy Web, or the Liquid Galaxy Web App. The way that I see the Liquid Galaxy Web App going is to have something like NPM packages of very basic web components that can run on any tech stack that you use. But yeah, we would definitely be happy if you use something like very fundamental HTML, CSS, and vanilla, so that it is very fast and optimized. And later we can just change it to a PWA or a powered web app that can run both on your Android and iOS. And maybe we'll be utilizing Material 3 to get a good UI. The reason that I'm saying that is because I wouldn't want you to focus too much on the UX on the application. Everything would be ready and pre-built through components that you can just download using NPM packages. And you can now focus on the Google Earth KMLs, which is the most important part for us. Also, there would be a node-based server, and I have tested this out. It is using something called an SSH2 plugin available through NPM, and an Express server that allows you to send all your bash command through the LG rig. I did a whole testing of it, and it allowed me to send the same type of app experience that I had with a, I would say, very minimalistic UX at the moment, because I'm just focusing on the proof of concept, and the status is just, it is a work in progress right now. But I was able to mimic all the things that I had with my La Palma application. So it will be able to orbit, it will be able to send KMLs, and so on and so forth. And yeah, if anyone wants to help out in this, then they can just feel free to reach me out on Discord. It is using your fundamental knowledge, but sometimes fundamental knowledge is the most complex thing available of all. So you will have to be very careful with what type of CSS you are using, and what type of tech stack, or how you are writing that clean code architecture. So yeah.
Okay. But next to this, we can talk a bit about, I don't know if it's another slide, Alfredo, that maybe we can use also, of course, because we are a Flutter group. I mean, we do our interfaces mainly in Flutter. We are going to allow this year to make these web-based things, but we can still be using Flutter, no, Alfredo?
Yeah, sure. Because with Flutter, you can build like the mobile apps, but also you can build web apps, and you can render, or you can deploy HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So yeah, it can run like a native web app. So yeah, for this situation, we can deploy using Flutter.
There are a few persons, visual size creating web projects using Flutter. That can be helpful, of course. We are not showing these lovely dashes here. With Alfredo wants it is on the dark, on just for fun. Yes, we are Dash, Flutter, and dark fans, and so mentor Alfredo, that is Google Developer Expert on Flutter, and also mentor Victor, that is also an expert, not a Google Developer Expert still, but an expert on Flutter thing. So we will still be pushing the Flutter thing, but we will use the web part, but also the web part can be generated with Flutter. Let's be clear on this.
Yeah.
And also, we're still far ahead of the GSoC feedback, but our idea is to have half and half of the projects, whatever number of projects we have. Even it may happen that we don't have projects. Remember, GSoC is a race, as I was going to say now. And we are just starting the race and doing our thing for the community, not for GSoC, because we did that for the Liquid Galaxy. So GSoC is a race. It's a race with various stages. We're in the very first stage. Community members, some of you that are seeing this in real time, and then some of the others of you that will see this very first meeting of the community later, you have to be active and proactive and noticeable. What means that you have to be doing things for the community, not just going here, knocking on the door and saying, hello, I'm the best guy in whatever, and I want to be an intern for GSoC 2025. We are not interested in that kind of person, sorry. We need people that collaborate with the community, with the other people that share the knowledge, share whatever, code, designs, and so on. So please be active, and we're starting now for this activity. It's a race for us as a project because all the projects are not simply accepted on the GSoC. We have to do our homework, and during the winter and in January we have to present our proposal to Google, our own proposal that we will made by some descriptions and the most important thing, the ideas list. Google wants to know what kind of project we are going to be developing for next year, and then it's an exam for the community, and then later, if we are lucky, we will have the communication from Google that if we are into GSoC or if we are not, it might happen. And this will be around February, if I don't remember. We still don't have the agenda for next year, so it might happen whatever. And then the race is also for you, for contributors, because you have to get selected, and there will be many other contributors that want to be selected. And then when you are selected, is not the start of the race or the end of the race. No, you have to go to pass to all the goals you and your mentor has prepared with the midterm evaluation and the final evaluation. So we have plenty of work to do. Let's start this thing. We are going to do the following changes. Some of them are the same from other years, but there are a few changes on this. For one of the contributors, they will have to be finish the following pre-requirements. This is something we did for years and years, and it works very well because we test the knowledge of the contributors, and also we start to share with that persons. We share conversations, and we see how they react, how they collaborate. People have the opportunity to talk with other people, asking for solutions, giving solutions. So this is as important as the technical side is the relationship side, the community side. So the first task will be again the unique task that mentor Vedant can explain what the hell is this task.
So the first task is pretty simple. You simply have to set up an LG rig on your computer and then record a video, send it to us in the format which will be mentioned there. It's actually mentioned right in front of you. And you can look at other samples which are already published on YouTube as well. So this will default, I believe, will be the task for many years in the future as well.
Because we are working with the Liquid Galaxy, and the contributors have to show us that they know what the technology is, and they have to take our main code from GitHub, install it on their own system. No, is the way we test if they know what we're talking about. So, first task, and one thing very important: due dates. January 10. In January 10 will be the last day we'll be receiving these videos. January 10. So you still have plenty of time. I would say more than around 2 months for doing this. And this is something that, what do you think, Yash? How much time it takes for a new contributor to install their own Liquid Galaxy?
I would say, first of all, they should read the docs, because that's saying that if you can read the doc, you will save like a lot of time. I do not want someone to just be trying to save 5 hours of their time, which they could have done by reading 5 minutes in the docs. That's not a safe. So
So,
just make sure
what
the
is your
docs, and you will.
what is your
I
opinion?
would say it is a day's job if you have read
How many? How
everything,
many?
and it is less than a day's job. It is
Lena Day.
not.
What
Yeah,
is your
it will
opinion,
not be.
Vedan? How much it took to you, Vedan?
Yes, from a metric which you presented earlier on months ago, was that if you do not read a manual, it will take around 8 days or 9 days. But if you read a manual, it's a job of barely 4 hours or 5 hours. So
That,
just read the
that's
manual.
perfect. That's perfect, Vedan. Because every contributor that also comes to our galaxies we have in different places in the world, I always say the same phrase. If you read the manual, you will have the Liquid Galaxy ready in 3 to 4 hours. If you don't read the manual, it may take you weeks, not days, weeks. I've seen students staying 6 weeks to install a Liquid Galaxy. And I was all day just smiling before them because I told you, you have to read the manual. If you don't read the manual, if you don't take a look where it says, I don't know, about the port numbers or the whatever tricks, not tricks, technical questions are inside, you will be doing it badly. So your system will not work. You will be crazy about what are you doing bad, and you will start in a loop forever. So read the manuals. We have the manuals on our liquidgalaxy.eu site. So first, read the manuals, please. Do it January 10. Okay, let's go to the next task. T2. Alfredo, that's on your site. They will have to create a basic Flutter application or web application. But still, you cannot do the web application because we still are not sure what is the tech stack we are going to use. So you have to wait till we know what tech stack we are going to use it in web. But you can start to do it on Flutter or lovely Dart and Flutter widgets and code. So it has to be a very simple application. We did every year. So you have to create in a smartphone screen, vertical 6 inches, not a tablet 10 inches. You have to create an interface that sends a logo to the Liquid Galaxy screen. Left screen of a 3 screens rig. Take a look at this. Remember, Liquid Galaxy is a multi-screen system. Put 2 different KMLs. You have to be able to select one KML order and set it to the Liquid Galaxy, and clean those KMLs and clean the logo. This application has to be done for January 20. January 20. So you can start now to do the application. But first, you have to send us every task in order, because if we have not received the first task, we cannot approve your second task. Okay, so first do the Liquid Galaxy installation, then do the Flutter thing. You can do both at the same time, but to pass to the second, to make a check and say that this contributor has done the whatever task, we need to be in order, not do the task number 3, then back to task 1. No. This does not work this way. January 20. So we have plenty of code in our GitHub done with projects in Flutter, lots of them, many. So you can go there, take a look at the code, and start to code this application that will be very simple, but totally different to the one we have, because we don't have, I'm not going to say we don't have any application in the smartphone. This would not be true. We have something like a couple that were developed also for smartphones. They were made Liquid. They can adapt perfectly to a small screen. But this was not the usual things. So you can see the code and how it works, but you will have to remake the code for a Flutter screen in a less reduced space of the smartphone. What next? Task 3.
Anyways, I think it will help them because the business logic always remains the same as just the front end. So if they can't even do that, then it's a problem.
Excuse me?
I am saying that the logic for cleaning logos will always remain the same, irrespective of the screen size. So they can always reference to the GitHub repos, even if the screen is different.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Task 3. And this is very important because we have done this in the 2 past years and it worked very well. But we are not going to do it in a more precise way. Every contributor that wants to try to be selected by us on the Google Summer of Code next year will have to create and deliver 3 presentations, 3 technical presentations about whatever technique she or he wants. 20 minutes minimum. Do not stay 2 hours. We will not allow more than, I would say, 45 minutes. Technical presentations. Imagine you think you are good doing whatever technique we are going to use this year. CSS, Flutter multi-platform, I don't know, Bash scripting, whatever. So all of the contributors that want to be selected by us have to be done 3 different technical presentations. From now till February 10th, that will be around the date that Google will make some kind of presentation. Usually it's around those days. So all the things we are saying have to be done before Google makes the announcements. So this is the reason we are talking about around the latest thing around mid-February. So task 3 is that all the contributors that they want to do, they have to do to go with us. They have to do 3 different technical presentations. How this presentation will be made? Easy. You will record your own video at home, sharing your screen with your face and talking to the camera, blah, 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 doing that, the typical YouTube presentation. This will be not recorded by us, will be recorded by you, but we will check every video because we will not hang a video on our site that is not right. So first thing, you will have to contact us saying, okay, mentors, I want to do a presentation about CSS, or I want to do a presentation about usability and be a friend of Josh. So, or do something like artificial intelligent voices that Vedant did his work before. So you send us an email, say, okay, I want to do this, and we will check if this is good for our agenda, and we will say, okay, you have to do this, and 20 minutes minimum, not more than 45, and send it to us, the typical thing, in a Google Drive share. We will take a look at the video, and if it's good, we will prepare an event that we will make this public to the community. This has to be done before GSoC contributors are announced. This will be. I'm putting this date of February 10th, but this can be moved. But the question is that you have to start now to thinking in what 3 presentations you will do, because as I said, you have to do the task in different order, but we will allow task 3 to be done in the very beginning. So because at this moment you can have the idea how to present about CSS. So you can make some slides and make a presentation about CSS. And when I say presentation, I mean you can use presentation, or you just go simply sharing your screen with code. There is no problem with this. But usually we prefer that people have some slides and also share their code too, next to their face. We don't have to see anyone faceless. We need to see the people that are doing their presentations and so on. So you can start now creating your presentations, but first contact us and say, okay, I plan to do this and this, because what may happen, or 100% it will happen. There will be 15 contributors that want to do CSS, 15 that want to do artificial intelligence Gemini, 15 that want, or 50. So we don't want to have 50 presentations about the same thing. So we will be choosing what contributors in the first out way are presenting every different technology. So task 3 is do 3 presentations. Task 4 will be, maybe Vedant, you can help on this, Vedant, 3 entries for lovely Liquid Galaxy wiki, talking about the new tech stack, because for the, I will say, the regular tech stack, there we have already, I will say, 100 entries on the wiki, so it's not needed. But for the new things we are going to create this year, like doing it web or similar, we need some entries, new entries on the wiki. So Vedant, explain about the wiki. What was the wiki and so on, how it was made.
So last year we came up with the Liquid Galaxy wiki. So these 3 entries you have to submit. This can be basically any problem you guys face. You can make an entry on that or anything. And as we adopting to a new technology, you have an opportunity to explore more things which are not already covered in the Liquid Galaxy wiki. And of course, go through the wiki so that you don't send a repeated or a redundant entry.
Yeah, check first
And that will be
on the
published.
wiki. Check first on the wiki, but if you are gonna go again to make something we have already developed, it has no sense. So what is entry wiki? How large is it? How large it has to be then?
So it can be it. If we're talking in terms of pages, then it could be like as descriptive as possible, and preferably with images. If there are logs, if there are pieces of code, then put it all inside so that it can be as descriptive as possible. So there's no specific length, I would say. Length would differ depending upon the task, but as descriptive as possible, and then only then will it be approved.
Yeah. So the question is that you write the entries and you will set it to the Liquid Galaxy wiki. We have a method for this, and then we will have to read the entry, and if it's approved, it will be published in Liquid Galaxy wiki. And this project was by who were the contributors that worked on this last year, Vedan?
So it was Siddharth Mudgil and Dev Gadani. I
And-
think he will be watching the stream as well.
Okay, salute for them, and also you doing some coordination as mentor.
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's go to the next one. I think another question is that there is not obligation, it's in caps lock, but you will score more Liquid Galaxy points. What means Liquid Galaxy points? Let's talk about this. For later GSoC selection. So we have to publish all the events we do related to Google Technologies on the Liquid Galaxy events page. And usually when we have an event like this today, we send you a page that says, please reserve your slot, because if you reserve your slot, you will get the URL for the streaming. As I said, we have some technical problems today. We have to start later. Sorry for this. But usually you will have automatically sent the URL for the stream when the event starts, Steam or Meet or whatever. There are sometimes we will do meets. There will be sometimes we will do streams. There will be that we'll do meets stream and live streaming. There will be something that we don't stream and it is recorded. There will be many things. So join the Google Development Platforms. I put this QR here with the address of the community, and also every time we have an event, please RSVP just for us to know that you're going to be attending. And we will check in your score point like you have attended. So next and very important is being active on Discord. Could you please talk about this, Josh?
Yeah, I would want you to be active and not just, I would say, be someone who is just seeing the messages, try to be a part of it. If you see someone who is asking for help, maybe you could be the guy who could just help out others, and it is like you are earning brownie points, right? Because at the end of the day, we are there to help. We will actually pass the message. So just think it, if you can do it, you can have that initiative to be helping around others. Maybe you have built the Liquid Galaxy, you had a particular problem, you fixed it. So you can either contribute to the docs, but by the time it is not in the docs, you can just help out someone else who is facing the same exact issue and things like that. So just try to be a nice person around, and we would love to have you.
Yeah. Also, when it says not obligation, means that those things on this page are not a must. The other ones were required. Those are not. But we have something remaining from last year. Artificial intelligence boom is that we are looking for something like a very simple application. This is an idea I give you, contributors. A very simple application using Gemini Live. Gemini Live is the Alfredo. Have you used Gemini Live?
Yeah.
So what's your spirit?
It was also available in iOS device. So if you have an iPhone, you can
just
test it
today
also.
they launched the iOS version. That's right. Just today. So the point is that we wanted last year with the artificial intelligence boom, we wanted to have a totally zero interface application for a Liquid Galaxy application. We didn't achieve it because of the technology, but we want something like a very simple app with just a button you press and you start to talk with Gemini, that is the model from Google. You say things, and when you press stop, you send this to the model creates those whatever, you create the KML and use it to the Liquid Galaxy. This is an idea, like an application idea that is very simple on the surface, not as simple after when you work, but we want some of the contributors working on this. This is not an obligation. This is an idea. So what happens with the Liquid Galaxy point? I'm not sure if we have a sheet talking about this, but the question is that we have to consider what people we choose for contributors for GSoC based on several things. And one important thing that is big is your technology knowledge, but the other thing for us is the community thing. As I said, we and Google don't want that you future contributors come here and say, hey, I want to have a GSoC intern and then I will leave the community. No. We want, oh, phone is ringing. This was not prepared. This is live. 1 second, please. This is not the thing. You can comment, Josh, if you want.
Yeah, I would just want to comment more
Mamá,
on the Discord
no puedo
part.
hablar ahora.
So
Estoy en una
it
reunión
happened
súper
in our
importante. Te
days
llamo en
that
unos 20 minutos.
we
¿Puedo?
had an
¿Estarás
year
despierta?
where the people were so contributing and so helpful, and it was 1 year that they were just so silent and like no one was talking. So this year I do not want that. I want you to just speak out loud, be that person who is helping around, and I just want an active Discord this time. So yeah, don't let me down, guys.
Also, next to Josh commenting on this, I'm gonna go back for a minute to the California thing, Josh. We have published recently on the YouTube channel we use, that's mine because I produce the videos, a couple of videos from Josh's experience in Google. We have published the session he did about accessibility and also the lightning talk he did about the Liquid Galaxy project, very nice ones. And also, in a known future, Josh will be a superstar because he will be on a made from Google, not by us, made from Google video talking in the GSoC summit. He's a very important guy. Just be friend of him. He's a very important guy. So the question is that we need you to talk, to communicate, to share, and this is for us is as important as the code you develop. For the communities, for us is, I would say, 50%. So if you're shy, please try to get rid of the shyness, but try to talk, to contribute with other people, to talk, to attend the events, to share with us, because we value a lot. And then every time something happens, an event, a Discord conversation, a requirement task, whatever, we have a large Google Sheet that we have every name of the contributor and we have a check. So at the end, when we have to go to select contributors, we have to see what is their proposal. We were going to talk about proposal in the next slide. What is his proposal? But also, we have to look at this sheet because we want people that communicate, that are nice with others, that help others, and it will be a mix. So people that comes in the last minute and send us a precious proposal will be, I will see, less near than having a GSoC with us than the people that has already contributed. So let's go to the almost end. So talking about proposals, this year we are going to make another change, and this change is based on the, I would say that future contributors usually do not provide ideas by themselves. Just they go to the ideas page we publish. If we are lucky and we have been selected by Google, if not, we will end our job so early. And they select an idea and they send us a proposal, and this is it. No, this year we also will require minimum of two proposals, and one of these has to be your own idea, not one of the published in our next to come around January ideas page, and also from our 100 plus ideas we have in the liquidgalaxy.eu site. So you have to present your own idea, review the own ones just to create a new one, and also you will have to present a new an idea based on one of the ideas page lists that we will have around January. So minimum 2 proposals. We're talking about GSoC, not about contributing to the community. But next to this, as we are focused, explain this, Josh.
Yeah, we are focused on visualizations, which is where I would want you to have very nice UI on the proposals. We would want to have a proposal template that is not just full of text, because it usually happens that we were lacking some of the major UX fundamentals. Some of the mockups didn't have those interfaces the way we wanted, and most importantly, the KMLs, the quality of KMLs. If it is very downgraded for us, then it is not something that we would be wanting, because we are a Google Earth community. At the end of the day, we want to have something very nice looking on Google Earth as well. So in your Figma or whatever similar tool like Sketch or whichever tool from Adobe you are using, so you can just try to make as near to the actual app or web as possible, and try to have as many screens as possible. That will allow us to know the kind of quality that you would be giving. You can use some design system if you want, that's up to you. And secondly, you can also show the type of KMLs that would be using. I think that some of the examples you can just take by seeing the Liquid Galaxy website. There is an image of the La Palma in the very home page, which you can see that was in the mockup for me, for the showing the quality of KML that I could bring to the La Palma application. So some stunning visual that have that particular 5-screen display to show how it will look like on a real Liquid Galaxy rig. You can just use a mask property on the Figma that will allow you to do that. I would say it is your creativity that would be very much take you to the next thing. And also you can just watch the art of writing a stunning proposal. That would also help you out to understand. It was a very nice streaming that I did a couple of years back.
So most of your proposal has not to be text. We want to see your future KMLs. Start with the KMLs and then end with the UX. You have to do both. But for us, we have to start from the end. We want to see how do you propose that your data converted to KML will appear on the screens. Then what will be your user interface now reduced in a 6.x inches screen using Dart, using web technologies we still have to choose, or using Dart to create that web output. And then again, creativity and innovation will be much appreciated. You have plenty of new opportunities this year with the new tech stack changes that are going to come, that the web thing. So we hope that you create some very nice interfaces and you'll succeed. What else? Here I'm going to talk about a few ideas we are starting to work for the ideas list this autumn and winter. And when I say ideas list, those are for GSoC. Those will appear on our ideas page. So I'm going to go fast on this because you will see them around January on our ideas page. Gemini-based KML creator, including gamification, using LLM or maybe a short LLM working whatever as a code generator to create only amazing KML solution on the Liquid Galaxy. Let me explain this. This was coming from in a conference we have about artificial intelligence. We are doing lots of them this year. We have done plenty of them. And then imagine, you ask Gemini by text or by voice that you want to have, imagine, for example, a perimeter of Calcutta. You have plenty of Indians in our community. Then the Gemini has to create the KML. You can make Gemini to create the KML. This is very simple, but you have to try it again and find the right prompting and so on. So, including gamification, this has to be like a game. So we will define more what is the idea, but you get the point of what we are talking about. Another ideas we're going to have this year is that as we are changing the platform to smartphones, we will want some porting, to port certain, not all of the old applications. We will select which ones and we will say, okay, port, for example, the La Palma Volcano track to the new smartphone size. But those will be simpler projects, not 350 hours project, because this will be simple. And one student taking this task surely will be something like less hours, and then in every project we will make something him to or she to port 2, 3, 4 different applications, because the main work will be already done. You just have to change the UX and test on the phone. Okay, so one thing is create something with AI, something is port all the applications, and we're gonna do again. We've been doing this in the past. With this year, we want again to go to create some smart city applications. I don't know if you know what is smart city are. Smart city are. Just look at in window. So we want to get data from different APIs that there are plenty around the world. Open data points of APIs, and then make very nice visualization on this. Okay, we have done in the past since forever. I remember projects on this in the very beginning, 2013, or one of the very first years of GSoC, and we have done another ones, and we want some of the projects based on the smart city data visualization. Another question is that we did some robotics based projects in the last years. 2 years ago we did the project with Artur Culleres that makes some representation of the Amiga farm robot. Last year, David continued the project in other way. But this year, we are going to try to use standard of the industry, like ROS and Gazebo. I don't know if you know what means ROS, Robotic Operating System. And Gazebo is a simulator for robots. And we want to focus on use cases like security surveillance and agriculture. We do plenty of agriculture things because we are based, Liquid Galaxy main headquarters are based in an agriculture zone. So we always like to be seeing projects on this. What else? Oh, this is good. GeoGuessr. Who has you? Vedanta talk about the GeoGuessr? I don't know. You just this year we will say about implementing a GeoGuessr. No.
Yeah, there were many people looking at the GeoGuessr. I'm not sure. I think it was also in Aritra's project, so that was mentored by me, and he was very good with that GeoGuessr game. That
so Arita presented a proposal of this.
No, his proposal, not for his proposal, but his application had the GeoGuessr.
Okay. So the idea is just look in Google and YouTube what a GeoGuessr means, because this is something like a very big application that is running around the world. They may guess about a place you are being shown on the Liquid Galaxy in this case, and then you have to do that kind of interaction. So we want this year to have a very nice GeoGuessr implementation for Liquid Galaxy. What else? Call to actions, very important. Everything you communicate, you want to have communicating with us in an official way, will be sending an email to liquidgalaxylab@gmail.com. Not sending an DM to Vedant or Fredo, to me or whatever mentors on the Discord, not talking on the Discord channel. If you want to say something official, like you want to collaborate on this project, you want to make this video, you want whatever, send it always to this email all your communication. And you can CC your mentor or other colleagues involved or whatever. But please use always this email, okay? Then another very important, join our Discord, join the Google Developers platform, GTG group. I already showed the QR. All the links I send in the Discord have this link. Very important, review our website, review our GitHub managed by Dan, get samples for the task, code, and you can start coding and creating. All of this information we are sharing with you today will be in the following days published on our main website, and we will be starting the GSoC race and the 2024-2025 community efforts, because remember, this is not only focused on GSoC. There are people not here for GSoC. There are people here just because, like our development mentors, that just to help you, and other people that just want to share the knowledge, to improve things, and to make new applications. So let's go to the Q&A. Let's go and try to read if we have questions on the chat. Let's try to answer these questions. let me go back to the start of the chat. And guys in the chat, remember we are going to have some kind of delay because of YouTube ingest of the video. But if you want to say something, just use the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat. Okay, so as Kai said, I watched last year streams available on YouTube. By seeing those streams, I'm really impressed with how active and dedicated for the project. Keep that up. Thank you, Sky. So you are welcome to the community. I don't remember your name. Excuse me if you are already in the community and I don't remember your name. Think about we are many persons. Nitin says we are excited to get started. Fantastic, great. Creating web projects using Flutter that can be helpful. Nice. Mentor Alfredo is smiling now. Alfredo.
Yeah, happy to see everyone want to do a Flutter app.
Not everyone, because we will try to make some web apps, but with Flutter, maybe. Okay, are we fully replacing IIS servers to cloud APIs? Sky, the answer is yes. We are no longer having the server on the Liquid Galaxy. It's more, we have actually getting out of the two different machines we have. Another problem we have is that for real to run local models, you have to have very expensive, very new hardware, and we don't have the budget for this. So we have, I would say, older RTX always, and models didn't run properly. So this is the reason we are going cloud, and for the problems for the contributors to run this based on Kubernetes or on different things like this. For the videos, though, we just have to record a video using the Liquid Galaxy or installing or anything extra. Okay, talking about all the pre-requirements we have talked today, those will be published as soon as possible in a few days on the Liquid Galaxy EU main page, and you will have the opportunity to read everything. And if then still you have some, because today it was something like compressed to make not this streaming forever long. And if there is some information that appears on the website that you are still not fully aware of, you can send always an email to us and we will answer. So everything talking about the videos and all the other tags will be on the website. Vishal says, DocML simply means applications or something else. Can you explain this, Vedan? Answer this. Vedan or Poet?
I'll have to go back to the YouTube.
I am giving back you the DocML simply means application or something else. Vishal does not know what KML means.
So KML is a type of file which allows you to do visualizations on Google Earth. So they are a type of file which Google Earth uses for geo visualizations, I would say.
Just
so it's simple. You can actually go ahead and search on Google for the XML documentation, KML documentation, and you'll find a lot. And there are a lot of resources which we will share with you. Just drop a ping on Discord. I'll share it with you.
Yeah. So KML is a file. The file that we use, we have to create on our application and send to the Liquid Galaxy, and the Liquid Galaxy will be showing this KML on the screens. Something like a figure or a map or a photo or whatever. Okay, this is the basics of the Liquid Galaxy, so please be aware what the KML is. As Kai says, there is also an installation manual, update 2024. Shall I go through that? Yash?
Yeah, definitely go through that. And I think that in the FAQ section in our Discord, we have posted everything about the latest and the updated things through Google Docs, and we update it usually. So,
and also on the website, it has to be updated. I mean, on the website, we have a page saying documentation, and always there will be the same. So every year we update the documentation. It's always, I would say, almost the same because we don't make too much changes. This year we're going to have changes. So expect changes at the end of 2025, but not this year. So you will have all the things on the 2024 to create the Liquid Galaxy virtual system or whatever. KML, Shivani is still explaining. KML is an XML-based file format used to display geographic data. Perfect definition, Shivani.
Yeah.
Rajat says, are you using a specific Node.js framework, Express.js, Nest.js for routing and middleware, or have a different approach in the LG web app? This is a question, early question. Yash, ask Andrew.
Yeah, I would say we are still in the research phase. So think of it like we would be trying a couple of options. At the current moment, yeah, it is Express, but don't just rely on it. That's not something that we may not end up to, or we may not end up doing. So it is something that we have right now, and we have found a proof of concept that is working. But yeah, it is something that will keep going on until and unless we have that particular demo application, the LG web app that I was talking about. And that would be the end result that will allow us to make this 50% thing happen at all.
And Rahat, let me add one thing to this, is that you are contributors that want to be contributors, because we understand that you want to contribute, but also most of you also want to get onto GSoC. So you can, if you have experience with this, you can share the experience with us. We as senior mentors, and the 4 persons we are here, plus many other senior mentors, we are still deciding what is the platform we are going to go. But if you have experience on, I don't know, Nest.js, and you can send us some samples or some comments about why you use one platform or the other, you just use Discord. And remember, don't do parallel communication, except it's private. Just use the main Discord chat with the GSoC, or which one is the other one, Vedan? The ones had to be used on Discord. We have GSoC 2025 channel.
Community announcements.
Community announcements is the one that you use for the announcements, and then there is the other one that people is using. I don't remember. I can show it
Community chat, FAQ, questions and answers.
Okay, so we have a couple of 3 of different channels. Use these channels just to explain why you will use that technology. So go there, Rahat, and say, for example, okay, I've been having experiences using whatever platform, Nest.js or whatever, and I have these samples on GitHub, and I think it's good for this. Maybe other colleague comes and says, okay, our idea is to use the other one because of this or this or this, etc., etc. And we start a debate and we start the contribution. Remember, the technology will be finally decided by the senior mentors, but you, of course, contributors can collaborate on this, because we don't have the final word. No one is totally specialist in one thing except Alfredo, that is the Darth Vader in the Darth Vader. but this is a joke I just invented. I'm gonna say this. You are Darth Flutter Vader. So you can join us and start a conversation public in the Discord. So and other contributors can contribute to this. KML is basically a GIS tool. I work with that. ASCII, I will say it's not a tool; it's a file format. What Aaron is saying? Do you mean using Gemini API? Yes. Yes, we are talking about always using Gemini API. Of course, we cannot run Gemini local. This is a private LLM. Okay. So the tasks I give you, I talk today are very simple samples just for you to start think. But all the information will be in a few days on the liquidgalaxy.eu. When it's ready, I will post a Discord announcement just for you to go. Michael Lewis says, I have a doubt regarding task 3. Like, what type of topic technology will we have to present? Could you briefly explain with example? Thanks. Okay, Michael. The point is that task 3 is the presentations, technical presentations. So this can be, I will say, about almost anything, that is related or useful to our platform, to our community. I mean, if you make a presentation about, let me go crazy, about Perl, using Perl scripting to do things, I would say yes, because there's still people using Perl or PHP or something like crazy. This will be not, I would say, as modern. But if you want to make a presentation of Rust, Rust language, for example, why not? So at some moment in the future, maybe we adopt Rust to do whatever stuff we need. You can choose, for example, as I say, do a presentation of CSS. You can do a presentation of JavaScript. You can do a presentation of Next.js. You can do a presentation, whatever technical thing, matter, project, software, technology. Imagine you can make a presentation about link code, about making nice project. About using Figma. We done this in the past, but it's always useful. This year more useful. Using Figma. How to use Figma to create your user interfaces or your KMLs. So, or as just said, how to use Google Slides, Google Draw's tool to make the wireframes we need this year. So you can choose whatever you want, but of course you have to check with us. As I said, you have to check with us because maybe you are not choosing the right thing, or maybe there is another person that is already working on this presentation, on that kind of presentation. Maybe there are something like 15 people that want to make a presentation about JavaScript, but whereas now there could be only one presentation about JavaScript, not 100. Maybe there can be another one talking about specifically Next.js if we choose this. But the thing is that you think about things that can be of interest for our community. Our community is focused on several technologies because we use many, artificial intelligence, visualizations, Dart, whatever languages, but not go outside of the things we usually work with. I don't know, Michael, if this is answering your questions. Where can find out?
I want to add a point before we go further. A presentation with or about Figma would be really great because I know that there are many developers out there who are in the YouTube chat or who are in the community who are not actually designers. So it will be very helpful for them to get a crash course kind of a thing through those presentations, and they can just adapt it so that they can make those proposals really well. So yeah, if there is someone who is also a designer out there, then they can surely dig upon that, how they can make a 20-minute or minimum 20-minute presentation that can include all the various things through which we can make stunning UI and mockups.
That's right. I think we have one of Figma in the past, but of course we can have another one, even two.
For the newer,
okay.
Like a new feature.
So there is only one more question. Shivam is asking too. Where can we find our LG points earned for completing tasks? This is a very good question, Shivan. You cannot see the points you earn. We will never share this publicly. Okay, this is a tool for internally for the mentors to choose the contributors. So, what is the way you know what you are doing? Just doing it. If you present the pre-required task, if you do the presentations, if you act nice in the Discord, if you collaborate with other people, etc., think about we check everything you do always on our large Google Sheet, but we cannot share this sheet. This is private. So, but do I have to uninstall and record this? So I installed the LG Rig apps long ago. Yes, of course, the vanish. You have to do it again. I don't know if you have tried to present it to the Liquid Galaxy, but you have to do again it. So it's not valid something from the past. Ariane says, do we have to make the presentation if we are teaching this? Yes, that's the point, Ariane. We are teaching the others. We are a community. We are helping the others. We are showing the others what we know, but in a way they can get some knowledge from us. And also usually this will be a pre-recorded video, as I said, but the day we send the video, usually we stay on the YouTube chat for some contributors, other contributors wants to ask you something. Maybe we can do that also on the Discord system, but usually we stay there. And imagine you create a presentation about Figma, and some people do not know about any question. They will ask you questions in the YouTube chat on the same day we launch your presentation, or in the Discord later. So who will be mentoring the AI project? Could you please answer this question, Jess?
I would also say for this question, and there is a very related question to this, like many people usually ask, who will be a mentor, or I have not been assigned a mentor yet, and things like that. So it is not a thing that can happen as of now. At the moment, we are not even decided to be in the GSoC 2025. So at the moment, we cannot tell this, and the moment your mentor will be decided, it will be depending on the project. it could be that because into GSoC 2024, I was mentoring an AI project as well, and there was many other mentors who were mentoring that as well. So at the moment, it is something that you can just reach out publicly to the mentors, but keep it public, and it will become private when you get that particular GSoC project, and then you can talk to your mentor who would be leading or whatever.
This is a very important question. Please, contributors, do not reach mentors in private. Do not try to get something from them in private, because what you can do is get less points, negative points, okay? If you start to reach Josh in there or Redan in the end in your LinkedIn, hey, I want to be you my mentor, and I'm going to be a good guy, this is a bad behavior. Please use the main Discord chat, and if you have something that has to be confidential, send it to the Liquid Galaxy Lab email, and then we will share with the right mentor. But don't do this. And again, as Josh said, nobody knows who are going to be the mentors, and not what mentors are going to be assigned to a project. Just because it's easy, we still don't have the project ideas. We have a few ideas developed, not totally, but the ideas list Google claimed us around January, so we still have around time, 2 months to develop it. You will not see it till Google publish the ideas list. So it will be in a couple of months. So don't think about proposals now. You have to think on the pre-required tasks. So who will be mentoring the project? Most surely it will be a mentor that has knowledge about artificial intelligence. But you know, Alfredo, for example, is mastering Darth Vader Flutter, but he also has a deep knowledge on AI. So it depends. We have plenty of mentors that has knowledge about AI, and some others that are not as interested or have this knowledge. So we don't know what mentors would be available for every project, because we still don't know the projects, and we still don't know if Google we're going into the GSoC. So it's a race. We have just started the race. What is 99% sure is that the 4 guys you have today on the screen are going to be mentors next year. And I say 99% because life happens and something had happened, but if there is no problems, we will be mentoring you next to others. Think about, we have something like 45 different mentors around the world ready. There are years that some mentors don't have a project that are interested on, or they don't have the knowledge, so they cannot apply to be mentors because of this. And it happens every year that some people say, hey, I want to be mentor of this. And they are super intelligent guys and whatever, and I say no as administrator of the project. Why? Because you don't only have to be a good knowledge of some technology, you also be good on the Liquid Galaxy thing. You have to know about the Liquid Galaxy thing, and also you have to be good on dealing with people, because remember, this is 50% technology, this is 50% dealing with people, something that is not that easy sometimes. So, Askay, will you upload more in-depth details regarding this project? Again, yes. On January, Google might ask to have the ideas list ready, but this will be on January. Before this, you have to start to work on the pre-requirement tasks. All the information of today's video, this video is going to be on YouTube, of course, and also all the information will be clearly clarified on the website. When it's ready on the website, I will ping you all in Discord. We're going to wait 1 minute more, and we will end this streaming. Thank you, Mentor Bedan, for staying with us. We wish you all the best on your new job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yash, for staying with us. Thank you, Alfredo, for staying with us.
Yes.
And Devani says, I wanted to develop on the idea from previous year idea list. Can I do that? And how can I approach it? The idea is of air mashup. Okay, Devani, I can tell you one thing. We want to see actually a new makeup of the air mash. So you can go for it, because Air Mashup was one of the best presentations we have ever on the Liquid Galaxy. We have at some point 15,000 planes on the Liquid Galaxy, and they move all together. It was fantastic, amazing. It was developed on Python, not on Flutter. So, but yes, we want to see this kind of port. So that's a good idea. But anyway, remember, you can present an idea to us. It can be yours or from a past year, or you can present us an idea from the upcoming ideas list that will be ready on January. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we are ready. So, guys, again, thank you very much for you staying here, and See you soon.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.